Welcome to Reporter 247 channel. Vladimir Putin has asserted that the rebellion led by Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin was destined to fail and praised the country's unity in the face of the treacherous uprising. In an impromptu late-night televised address on Monday, a visibly enraged Putin declared, "Any attempt to blackmail or create chaos in Russia is bound to fail. I took measures to prevent large-scale bloodshed." This was Putin's first public appearance since Prigozhin abandoned his armed mutiny on Saturday, and he expressed gratitude to the Wagner fighters and commanders who chose to stand down to avoid bloodshed. While not mentioning Prigozhin by name, Putin accused the organizers of the rebellion of betraying their country and people. He claimed that Russia's enemies wanted to incite Russian soldiers to kill each other and harm military personnel and civilians, with the ultimate goal of dividing and destabilizing Russian society through bloody civil strife. Putin confirmed reports of Russian pilots losing their lives during the failed mutiny and paid tribute to their courage and self-sacrifice, acknowledging that their actions prevented tragic and devastating consequences for Russia. Certain Russian Telegram channels, including the popular blog Rybar with over 1 million subscribers, reported on Saturday that 13 Russian pilots were killed when their planes were shot down during the day-long mutiny. Putin hinted at the possibility of shutting down the Wagner Group, stating that its fighters could choose to sign contracts with the Ministry of Defense or relocate to Belarus as part of a settlement negotiated with Alexander Lukashenko, the leader of Belarus. This suggested that other Wagner fighters might follow Prigozhin to Belarus. Putin acknowledged that the majority of Wagner commanders and fighters were patriots who had been deceived into turning against their fellow soldiers. Shortly after Putin's address, the Kremlin released a video showing him meeting with the head of Russia's main domestic security service and defense minister Sergei Shoigu, whom Prigozhin had vowed to remove during the rebellion. Prigozhin, in an 11-minute statement uploaded to his Concord Group's Telegram page, defended the Wagner uprising and denied any intention of toppling Putin. He claimed that the rebellion was a response to serious security problems throughout Russia and failures in the military leadership during the invasion of Ukraine. Prigozhin stated that their goal was not to overthrow the regime but to protest and demonstrate their intentions, choosing to turn back when it became clear that further progress would result in significant bloodshed. The exact whereabouts of Prigozhin were unknown, but there were rumors of him being spotted at a hotel in Minsk, Belarus. Prigozhin mentioned in his statement that Wagner might continue its operations in Belarus, and there were reports of potential sites in Belarus being identified for re-establishing training camps and operations. This would be a remarkable development considering the recent tensions between Prigozhin and the Kremlin. Political analysts viewed the conflict as an unusual case of rivalries that are typically resolved when Putin issues a judgment. However, Prigozhin's actions had presented a challenge to Putin, sparking a factional dispute among important Russian figures. The United States, through President Joe Biden, emphasized that they had no involvement in the uprising and did not support any side. The government sought to project calm as emergency measures were lifted, and officials called for unity behind Putin to ensure stability. Troops were dismantling barricades and clearing roads blocked with anti-tank traps set up during the Wagner convoy's advance. Counter-terrorism regimes introduced in Moscow and the surrounding regions were lifted, and cultural institutions were reopened. In order to minimize public gatherings, Monday was declared a public holiday. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the latest news. Goodbye.